Guys, how's it going? So this is going to be the 4th outrage of the month, even though I've already made the 5th outrage of the month because I can't count to 4. Wonderful thing to realize on a Friday afternoon. And I also got an update on my phone for the camera, so hopefully no more dodgy aspect ratios and dodgy volume and whatever. So the long-awaited free will video. Is there such thing as free will as defined by you potentially doing something that you want to do in some sort of independent way that is separate from doing something because you have to and you couldn't change that? One of the most obvious things that people do when they talk about do we have free will is something like, well, I don't know, let me see, I'll just pick up this mug and, you know, I'll drink it and... See, I've just done something because I wanted to. I have free will! Woohoo! If you see an elephant, going to the lake and drinking, you don't think, oh, the elephant is like, yeah, I'm gonna drink. Yahoo, I do things. You're probably just gonna say, well, obviously it's doing that because it needs to drink, because it doesn't think, it just does things because of instinct and because of blah, 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 and you just view it as almost some sort of a machine that just does stuff because it has to, whereas you see your drinking as perfectly controlled by your will. Now let's go back to the first example of proving free will by just wanting to do something. Now I'm going to hold my hands like this and then do that and do this and then do that, and I'm controlling this and I'm doing it, I want to do it, and I think that's the wrong way of approaching it, because free will should not be seen as the ability to do something, the ability to think, I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to just do a calculation. That it's not about the ability to do something. The question is not, can you do something? Can I make a video? Can I do this? It's about what you can do. It's about what you actually do. In a system where people have full free will, you would expect statistically for all possibilities for something happening to be equally distributed. Just like you would expect as many people to prefer red as the people that prefer green, as the people that prefer blue. There will not need to be some reason that would interfere with that even distribution and make most people prefer red and no one prefer green. So in a model of free will, just for the sake of human diversity, you would expect them all to be equal, wouldn't you? And for the vast majority of things, that's just not the case. The true examples of some sort of exerted free will are very irrelevant. Things such as, I prefer peach-flavored green tea to strawberry-flavored green tea, or just things that are really insignificant. But when it comes to the most important fundamental experiences of humanness, pretty much most of it is determined by the constraints of our existence in our biological body, in our environmental context. You would expect in a model of free will to have people that don't sleep at night and people that do sleep at night, but everyone sleeps at night. You would expect to have people that eat 3 times a day, 5 times a day, and 10 times a day, but they don't. They eat the same amount, the same number of times. They eat the same things. People like this but not that. They want cheese but not salad. They do this but they don't that. They are obsessed with this and they're obsessed with that. They wake up in the morning thinking about something and they don't think about something else. They want to watch football but they don't want to watch this other thing. There are patterns that are not equally distributed and probably are simply the result of some far more basic urge. Day-to-day activities, in most things that we do, I just wake up, I do this and then I do that, there is an illusion of free will at all times, or at least most of the time. It doesn't make a difference if you have free will, you feel that you have free will and you have free will, or you don't have free will but you still feel like you have free will. From your point of view, there's no difference. It does raise a key question though. Should you be held responsible for anything that you do if you don't have free will and it's just an illusion? the context. The context is that if no one has free will and everyone has the illusion of free will, then they will behave as if they did have free will. And so if you're going to take the approach that it's fine to just behave on the illusion of free will even if you don't have free will, then you must also bear the responsibility of having that illusion as if you did have free will. So if you're going to go all the way, and basically what I'm saying is, if you, and obviously you don't have a choice because you will still feel like you're in control. You can't, even if it was just the illusion, you can't remove the illusion and think, okay, I have no free will. You will always feel like you have free will. And so if you take the benefit of the doubt of your free will, then you must also take the responsibility of your free will. Okay, if you have any suggestion for Outrage of the Month, next month, write in the comments. And I mean, the usual videos are obviously probably more somehow sciencey, somehow connected to science, and I've had requests to talk about economics and to talk about the British Empire, and that's totally random. But for the Outrage of the Month, it is far more open than the other videos. So if there is something outrageous about a different topic, then I may just cover it. So tell me.